friends, welcome to my channel Simple Learning Tips. So in today's video we'll be discussing a very interesting topic which is planning, because so far we have been covering basics of management, principles of management, what are the various functions of management. So in today's video we'll be covering planning, and the topics that I'll be covering are definition, types of planning, steps in planning and management by objective. Okay. So if you understand it as, a daily application thing in your life, this topic is very interesting. Okay. So first one, I've given a basic definition which has been given by Coons and O'Donnell. And here it states that, planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do it, where to do it, and who is to do it. Planning bridges the gap from where we want to go. It makes possible for things to occur while would not otherwise happen. Okay, so basically planning is one of the most fundamental or basic management function. We know planning, organizing, staffing, controlling, leading and all that. Okay, so here planning means it helps to, decide what has to be done in advance, what we have to do in advance. Okay, where we have to do it, what is to be done. Okay, how we are going to do it, and who is going to perform a particular task. So everything will be defined in planning. That is the first step of management function. Okay, so it specifies exactly how we can achieve a specific goal. Okay, so even it also helps us to prepare for any kind of future situations, unexpected situations. Now, a simple example, you have to buy a new mobile. Okay, what you will do, you will first, do a lot of research. Then you will have, we all have our own preferences. Some people want a good camera quality. Some people want good memory space, and some people want it for gaming purposes. So you will do a lot of research based on that. Okay. Then what you will do, then you will compare the price, you will find out what are the various available phones, you will find out whether we have to purchase, we will decide whether we have to purchase, online or offline, we'll go to shops, we'll inquire about it, and then we buy a mobile. Okay, so see, this is a very, basic, not basic thing, this is an event that has happened in our life. In that particular event of planning a mobile also, there are a lot of planning which has been evolved. Okay, or simply, you have to go and buy an ice cream. Okay, from the market, it is raining, you need an ice cream. Okay, so what you will do, again you will decide what flavors you want, where you will get, which company, which brand you will prefer. So you have to take the whether you will be going by walking, or you will take a car, you will take a bike. So all these things are various decisions that we are taking. Okay, this is actually planning. Okay, so the cost, we will have a pre-decided idea. Okay, or we'll go there and we'll see what are the various available flavors, and then we'll decide, okay, depending on the cost we'll buy, depending on the flavor we buy. All these things, even minute things in our day-to-day activities require planning, but sometimes we tend to ignore that. Okay, so without planning, I would say that it is very difficult to accomplish a goal. You need a proper planning to achieve any kind of goals in life. In organization also, a well-defined planning will help to achieve the organization goals for sure. Okay. Now, next one, moving on to next topic, that is types of plan. What are the various types of plan? First one is mission or purpose. Now, we all might have heard, a lot of times, mission statement, vision statement, like that. So, what is mission? Now, mission means a well-defined basic function of an organization. Basically, mission tells us what an organization does. What is the purpose of this organization? Mission explains us what is the basic purpose of an organization, why it is existing. Okay, so for example, mission of a good college or a university can be, what is the mission? It is to provide education. Okay, so I've just mentioned one example here. We all know ITC company, right? ITC has food, hotels, everything. So their mission statement, you can Google it yourself also. Their mission statement is to enhance the wealth generating capability of the enterprise in a globalizing environment, delivering superior and sustainable stakeholder value. That is their mission statement. Okay, so every company will have their own mission statement. You can search various mission statements that are available. Okay, as a human being, maybe for me, I prefer good values. That is my mission statement. Okay, so everybody will have a mission statement. That is the most basic purpose of an organization. You can simply find out a lot of good mission statement if you do a simple Google search. Next one is objectives or goals. Now we all here, we all are familiar actually what are the various objectives or goals, but still, objectives or goal means the end result that an organization wants. Okay, the end result that an organization wishes to achieve. And it's not any kind of end result, the desired, what is that we have wished, that final end product. Okay, that is our goal. For example, in our daily life, we want to lose weight. Let's say we want to lose 10 kgs. That is our goal. Okay, that is our objective. And we need to score, 90% in our 12th, in our graduation. So that is good marks in exam. That is our objective. And in organization terms, if we say, sales target, we have to sell 1 lakh products or, for example, and our profit should be, there should be a growth in 80% profit from last year. So these are all the goals of the organization. Okay, the end result. Next one, strategies. Now we all hear this also, very common term nowadays. Everybody is using is what is actually strategy. So strategy means we are analyzing the basic goals of an organization and we are finding out the various steps to complete or to accomplish the task, and also we allocate the essential resources required to complete that task. Okay, basically we can say that the step-by-step actions or the step-by-step actions to achieve that particular goal. Like I said, weight loss. What is the strategy that will be taking? Like what are the various steps that we will be taking to achieve that goal? Okay. Suppose, it is acquisition of a company. So, what are the various corporate strategy that they will take to accomplish that task? Now, next one is policy. Now, policy means this is a general statement which helps an organization to give guidance while they are taking decisions. Okay, so basically policy helps organization to take decisions. See, if a policy is there, if a proper policy is there in an organization, whenever they are taking any kind of decision, and if any problem comes out of that, they can clearly say that it states in our company policy. You might have seen in a lot of movies, where they will hire, they will fire, and they will say that, it is company policy. Remember in fashion and all that, Priyanka Chopra, Kangana Ranaut is replaced by Priyanka Chopra, and they simply say that it is corporate policy. Okay, they can terminate the employee. So all these are part of policy, and policy means a general statement. Okay, which helps in decision making. It's a kind of guideline. Yeah, for example, like hiring policy, work culture policy, promotion policy, incentive policy. There are a lot of policies in an organization. Now, next one is procedure. Now, procedure means the sequence of order for an activity that has to take place. Okay, the chronological order, the sequence, the serial number order that an activity will take place. So, how we can differentiate between policy and procedure is, see, policy means, suppose there is a policy, there is a vacation policy. Okay, like you will be given paid vacation policy. Okay, so now procedure. What are the procedure? First, you have to identify where the employee wants to go. What are the various expenses? You have to identify, the various flights. Okay, flight charges. Obviously the most affordable price only will be given to the employees, and also you have to identify, the time duration. He is going for 2 months, 1 month, like that. You have to identify that. Then you have to ensure that, in his absence, that work does not get disrupted. Okay, so you have to find options for that, and you have to guide the employees, how to apply for this kind of leave, and where they are going, even in their absence, if they can be in touch. So all these things are the step by detailed explanation of a policy, like how we have to go through to go through step by step to achieve that to perform that activity. Okay, so that is procedure. I hope it is clear. Now, rules. Now, these are specific, actions or non-actions that are required to perform in an organization, and this does not involve any kind of choice. Rule means you have no choice, you have to implement it. Okay. For example, let's say policy. There is a company policy that, everybody has to come on time. Attendance is like compulsory. You have to mark attendance. Not compulsory. Let's say attendance should be marked. So in case of, executive top level management, maybe there can be some kind of, discretion given to them, some kind of choice. They don't have to mark attendance, because, their working hours will be definitely different than middle level and low level management. So they can be given not exemption, they can be given the choice to choose their working hours like that. Okay, so that there can be some kind of discretion there. But when it is a rule, there is no choice, there is no discretion given. Okay, for example, you have a no smoking policy in your company. No smoking rule means you should not smoke in your organization. And if there is a proper dress code, means you will have to come in proper formals, whatever is prescribed in the organization. There is no exemption. You don't have any choice to, wear casuals in the organization. That is rules. Okay. Next one is program. Now, program means it is a combination of various, goals, policy, procedure, rules, task, assignments, that or the time duration, everything that is required to carry out a given task. For example, in BPO companies, they have found out, during the end result, while reviewing the goal, they found out that, their targets are getting affected because of the poor communication of employees. So what they can do is that they can give a 2-month communication program, 2-month program to improve the communication skills of the employees. So that is program. Usually there will be a budget, okay, for all that, and there will be a time duration also. So I hope it is clear. And last one is budget. Budget, we all know, the expenses, whatever plans we are doing, this budget quantifies it. You cannot, simply plan, and the plan should not be that, you are draining the company, you're draining the whole money from the company. That should not be there. It should be, within the limit, within the specified cost, and it should be affordable. Okay, and at the same time, there should not be any compromise for quality. So all these things we can measure through budget. Okay, we know what are the, they can be, and for each and every resources, there will be a lot of budgets that are allocated. The kind of amount that we can spend on these resources. Suppose we are hiring, okay, and it's not that, we are giving advertisement in all the newspapers, and we are giving advertisement in all the, online websites. We are paying them more, and we are not recruiting that much of people. That kind of budget is not there. Maybe for, hiring specified people, 10 lakh maybe the budget. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so that is budget. And after achieving the goal also, there will be a reviewing of budget to find out what are the various discrepancies that has happened. Okay, so these are the various types of planning. I hope it is clear. If there is any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. So I'm going a little bit, you might feel that I'm going fast, because this is very easy topic, and we all know all these topics in our daily life. Okay. Next one, steps in planning. Now, the first one is identifying the objectives. See, we have to first step in planning. Okay. So, first step is identifying opportunities. Now, what is that? What does it mean by identifying opportunity? See, you have to identify what the market wants. You cannot just create a product and you say that, okay, I'm going to sell this thing. You have to identify whether there is demand for this product in market. I'll go through all these things with the example of, making a soap. Suppose you want to launch a new handmade soap. Okay, you have to do proper market research, find out what is the demand. Okay, what are the various competitors that you have. That is what identifying the opportunity. You have to do a SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis means strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. You have to do all these analysis, and then only you have to plan for it. Okay, so that is the very first step. You have to identify what are the various opportunities that you have. Okay, next one is establishing the objectives. Now you have to set a goal. Okay, when we want to accomplish this goal, where we want to accomplish this goal. Basically, you have to decide what is the what is that we want to accomplish. For example, like I said, this soap making, you have decided within 3 months I'm going to launch a new handmade product, or within 3 months I'm going to sell 1,000 handmade products, handmade soap. Okay, so that is my goal. So time duration is there 3 months, and how many I'm going to sell 1,000 handmade soap, and pricing and all that will come later. So I have set and I have identified an objective. Now next one, developing premises. Premises means in what kind of environment I'll be working. So you have to find out what are the various internal and external environments that I have. Okay, where I will operate these things, where I will operate, where I will implement these plans. Okay. Next one, see, for example, developing premises means, see, do I have to train employees, or do I have to, whether there are any social, whether there are any government norms that has to be followed. Okay, what is the rules and regulations for, selling a handmade product. So any, what is that, any ISO certification has to be taken. So all these things you have to identify in what kind of environment you are working. Next is determining alternatives. Determining alternatives means, see, this is my plan. Now to implement that, what are the various promising alternatives that I have? Okay, and next one, you have to evaluate the alternative. Evaluate the alternative means, what are the best alternatives that I can select to achieve this goal in the lowest price possible, and I'm getting the highest profit. Okay, so like alternatives, maybe I have identified wholesaler where I can get, maybe my material is, let's say in the soap making, the material that I'm going to, the soap that I'm going to give is of rose. So I have to identify where I can get a wholesale rose selling person. Okay, so I'll go to him and I'll identify what are the various essential oils I have to add, and I have to buy all these at affordable price. Also, there should not be any compromise to the quality also. So that is what this alternative means. Okay, and what is the soap base? Okay, whether I will be using, what are the various ingredients that I will be using, and whether any certification is required. All these things you will be evaluating in this step. Next one, selecting an alternative. Now I have a lot of options, and now I am selecting like this wholesaler I have fixed, and this is the machinery, and these are the basic ingredients, and all these things you will be selecting in this stage. Next one, formulating the derivative plans. Formulating derivative means, now you need a supporting plan. Supporting plan means, I have to buy the equipment. Now you have to actually implement it. Implement in the sense, I have to buy the equipment, and I have to buy the roses. I have to go to that place and to have a good conversation, because it is a long term plan. I'm not going to stop my business within this 3 months, right? And I have to buy the packaging, okay, through which I'll be distributing. I'll have to contact my distributors. Okay, so all these things, and I will also have to formulate, like if this is a successful, maybe I'll launch a handmade lotion. So all these things I have to plan in this step, that is formulating derivative plans. Now measuring plans by budgeting. Now this is very important. Like I said, it's not that I'm buying roses and I'm importing roses from UK, US, like that. Okay, it should be within the cost limit. Okay, and also whatever essential or everything I'm I'm going to make a soap, that should be within the budget. That is, whatever plans I'm making, that I'm measuring in terms of money. Last one, implementation of the action plan. Now I'm actually going to implement the plan. I'm going to make the soap, I'm going to make this 1,000 soaps, and I'm going to do the marketing, advertising, everything. So actually implementation of plan. Okay, planning without implementation is of no use. Now after all these things, see, when you're first launching a business or when we are doing any kind of plan, there will be a lot of discrepancy. Whatever we have planned in paper, it's not necessary, it will be implemented exactly the way we want. Okay. So we have to identify the gap, the discrepancy that has happened, and then we have to review it and we have to come up with good solutions. Next one, management by objective. Now this is the last topic, and management by objective this term was coined by Peter F. Drucker. Okay, so in this management by objective, it means that both the management and employees are sitting together and they are setting the goals for the organization, so that the employees know what they are supposed to do in a workplace. Okay, so management by objective, it gives a sense of direction to the employees. So basically, employees and management, they together set an objective, so that employees will also have a clear-cut idea of what they are doing, and it will give a sense of direction to the employees. So it helps the employees to give their best and to achieve the targets within the stipulated time. And see, when everything is defined, when management and employees have an understanding and they're defining the objectives together, what will happen is that employees know what are the roles and responsibilities they have, and what are the various actions or tasks that they have to perform in an organization. That is management by objective. It is actually a very good concept. People are also using it as a part of performance appraisal process. Now, when there is a good management by objective has been implemented, employees will be very satisfied with their job, their commitment level will be high, and it is a good working environment, and the productivity will be high, because this management by objective, it will help to create a good communication, a good work environment, okay, a good proper hierarchy structure. Okay, so the communication process flow will be very smooth, and even it will ensure the smooth functioning of an organization. So I hope it is clear. With this, I am winding up this video. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And please leave valuable comments. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more videos like this. Thank you.